Links to the written guide and all of the code is going to be down in the description below. I've also included a link to the starter kit that we'll be working off of, as well as the guide for that starter kit. Let's say you have the URL to a protected page and you try to visit it. If you are not logged in, you should be redirected to the login page. But if you are logged in, then you should be able to see the content of that protected page. When working with Next.js, this can be a little bit tricky because we have to protect the pages for both the client components and server components. Luckily for us, KindAuth provides solutions for protecting pages on both the client side and the server side. When working with server components, we can use getKindServerSession to grab isAuthenticated. IsAuthenticated is a helper function that tells us if the current user is logged in. So if they are not logged in, we will do a permanent redirect with Next navigation to API auth login. You can also include the query parameter post-login redirect URL to redirect the user back to that URL after they've logged in. For client components, we can do a similar thing. So we can grab isAuthenticated and isLoading from useKind browser client. IsAuthenticated will tell us if the current user is logged in, and isLoading will tell us if the data that we're getting from Kind is still loading or not. We can use these variables in a useEffect to redirect the user to the login page if they are not authenticated. Just like in the server components, we are going to use permanent redirect from Next navigation, and we can also include that post-login redirect URL search parameter to redirect the user back to whatever URL we want after they have logged in. And the final way to protect your pages in Next 14 with KindAuth is to use middleware. So in the middleware.ts file, we can import with auth from KindAuth Next.js middleware and use it in the middleware function, passing through the next request. Then we can export the middleware config, which includes a matcher, which is just an array of all of the routes that we want to protect. And that's it. That's how you can protect your routes in Next 14 with KindAuth.